From the outside, everything may look normal. A family living together, talking, laughing, doing the daily routines of life. But inside a child's heart, something else may be happening, something quiet, something hidden, something even the most loving parents don't realize. Kids don't pull away suddenly. Distance doesn't appear overnight. It grows in small places, through small moments, through subtle mistakes we don't even recognize as mistakes. And almost always, it happens long before the child has the words to explain it. They don't say, "I feel unheard," or "I feel invisible," or "I feel like you don't understand me." Instead, they withdraw, they stop sharing, they stop trusting, they stop coming to you first. And as they get older, that distance becomes a wall we never intended to build. A wall created not by cruelty, not by intentional harm, but by tiny behaviors repeated over time. Today, I want to walk you through 10 of those subtle parenting mistakes, mistakes that even great parents make, so you can recognize them early, repair them, and keep emotional closeness strong. One of the biggest subtle mistakes is dismissing feelings, not because parents don't care, but because they think they're helping. A child cries and we say, "You're fine, stop crying." A child gets scared and we say, "There's nothing to be afraid of." A child gets frustrated and we say, "It's not a big deal." We say these things because we want to calm them, teach them strength, or help them move on. But the message a child hears is different. "My feelings don't matter. My emotions are wrong. I shouldn't express what I feel." Over time, kids stop coming to parents with their emotions. They learn to hide them, suppress them, or deal with them alone. But children who feel emotionally dismissed don't grow stronger. They grow more distant. They grow quieter. They stop believing their inner world is safe with you. And eventually, when they're older, they will share their emotions with anyone but their parents. A child who feels seen stays close. A child who feels ignored pulls away. Another subtle mistake is overreacting to small things. Kids spill water, accidentally break something, forget their homework, or simply make a mess. And sometimes parents respond with irritation, harshness, or frustration, not because they're angry at the child, but because they're overwhelmed, stressed, or drained. But the child doesn't know that. They think, "I mess up and mom gets mad. I make a mistake and dad yells." When parents react too strongly, kids learn to hide their mistakes. They stop being honest. They stop telling the truth. They avoid sharing anything that might trigger an angry response. And slowly, the relationship shifts from connection to fear. Kids don't stop making mistakes, they just stop making them in front of you. What they need instead is calm guidance, curiosity, teamwork. A child who isn't afraid of your reaction is a child who stays emotionally close. Another subtle mistake is too much advice and not enough listening. Kids come to parents with a problem and instantly parents switch into fixing mode. "Try this, do that. Here's what you need to do." Parents believe they're helping, but children feel dismissed. They don't want solutions first. They want connection first. They want to be understood before being instructed. When parents jump too quickly into advice, kids feel like they're being talked at, not talked with. They feel judged, not supported. They feel small. Over time, they stop sharing their thoughts, dreams, fears, and struggles. They stop confiding. They stop opening up. Not because they don't trust you, but because they don't feel heard. A child who feels understood keeps the emotional door wide open. A child who only receives advice learns to close it. Another subtle mistake is talking more than modeling. Parents say be respectful, but yell when angry. They say be kind, but criticize others. They say control your emotions, but lose their temper. Kids don't learn from words, they learn from examples. When actions contradict instructions, children disconnect. Not because the parent is bad, but because the child feels confused. "Why should I listen if you don't do it? Why should I stay calm if you aren't calm with me?" Modeling creates trust. Words without modeling create emotional distance. Kids follow what they see, not what they are told. And when they cannot trust the consistency in their environment, they withdraw emotionally. Another subtle mistake is rushing through conversations. Kids talk slowly, their sentences wander, their stories seem endless, and sometimes parents respond with impatience. Short answers, half listening, multitasking, or distracted nods. Children notice everything. They notice when you're not fully present. They notice when your eyes are on your phone. They notice when your attention is split. And they interpret it not as parent is busy, but as I'm not important enough. When parents are consistently distracted, kids turn elsewhere for attention, friends, screens, or silence. Presence builds connection. Absence, even emotional absence, creates distance. Another mistake is overprotecting. Parents think they're being caring when they prevent challenges, discomfort, or mistakes. But children read it differently. You don't believe I can handle things. You don't trust me. You think I'm weak. And eventually, they push away because they want independence, freedom, space to grow. A child who feels overly controlled emotionally disconnects. A child who feels trusted grows closer. Another subtle mistake is expecting instant obedience. Kids are not robots. They don't switch tasks instantly. They don't process commands immediately. When parents demand instant compliance, kids feel pressured, misunderstood, and micromanaged. Over time, they grow resentful. They pull away emotionally not because they are defiant, but because they feel disrespected. Another mistake is using sarcasm or jokes that sting. Parents may say things like, "Wow, you're so dramatic. Look who finally decided to listen. Good job messing that up again." Or "You're just like your sibling." These comments seem small, but to a child's heart they are cuts. Tiny cuts that slowly create distance, insecurity, and emotional walls. Kids remember these moments for years. Another subtle mistake is praising the outcome, but not the effort. Kids learn to perform instead of connect. They feel valued for what they achieve, not who they are. If they fail, they feel unworthy. If they struggle, they feel ashamed. This emotional pressure makes kids withdraw because they fear disappointing their parents. And finally, one of the biggest subtle mistakes, not apologizing. When parents never admit their mistakes, children learn to hold emotional distance. They learn that vulnerability flows only one way. They feel it's unsafe to be open, honest, imperfect. But when parents apologize, genuinely, the bond grows stronger instantly. Children feel respected. They feel valued. They feel equal in humanity. A simple "I'm sorry, I was wrong" can repair years of emotional distance. Children do not pull away from parents who own their flaws, they pull closer. The truth is this: every parent makes these mistakes. Every parent has moments where they react too strongly, dismiss too quickly, rush conversation, give too much advice, or forget to listen. There is no perfect parent. There is only a present one. A parent who realizes, repairs, reconnects. Children don't need flawless parents, they need self-aware ones. They need parents who grow with them, learn with them, and try again tomorrow. Kids don't pull away because of one mistake. They pull away because the mistake happens repeatedly without repair. So repair. Reconnect. Approach your child with softness. Tell them you care. Tell them you're trying. Tell them you want to understand them better. That alone begins healing. Because in the end, closeness isn't created by perfection. It's created by humility, empathy, warmth, presence, and the willingness to keep the door open, even when the child slowly walks away. When you show them emotional safety, they come back. When you show them respect, they open up. When you show them you're human, they draw closer. You are their emotional home, and it is never too late to rebuild the connection.